What's going on, my Trainer Club? Today we're going to check out the top tips to help you guys get ready and prep for Magikarp COMM Day in Pokemon Go to make sure you maximize out on the shinies, the Stardust, and everything else that's coming your way. So welcome to the Trainer Club. Here we go! Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, are you excited about Magikarp Community Day in Pokemon Go? Because I am excited. Number one, Magikarp Shiny is amazing. Gyarados Shiny is amazing as well, so I'm excited about that. But I am also more excited about the 3x catch Stardust, which is the bonus. That is my favorite bonus that we can get for COMM Day. So guys, even if you are like boycotting all the COMM Days, you checked out my video that was yesterday reporting that the COMM Days have been getting definitely less rare as far as Pokemon go, and you guys are like, I don't even want to play anymore. This day is something that you absolutely must play because 3x catch Stardust is amazing, guys. You might as well maximize fully, and if you do need Magikarp candy, this is going to be a great time for you. So without further ado, let's get right into the details, starting off with the time. So it is going to be Saturday, August 8th, from 11 a.m. local time all the way until 5 p.m. local time for you guys. So you guys must get after this day. I am telling you, it's something you do not want to miss. Obviously, we're gonna have increased Magikarp spawns. That's gonna include the shiny. We're gonna have 3x catch Stardust as the bonus, best bonus in my opinion that you can get for COMM Day. And then also we are gonna get 3-hour incenses, so you're going to need a total of 2 for the entire day because we are still doing the play at home. We are also going to have event exclusive field research, so we're going to check out the 100% IVs in a tip. Magikarp that can be evolved during the entire time and 2 hours afterwards will be able to get a Gyarados with the move Aqua Tail. Aqua Tail is a much spammier water move, definitely something that you guys are going to want to have on your Gyarados. For an additional and optional, you can pay 99 cents for a research story that's called Making a Splash. So usually this is going to feature a Poffin, some type of around 15,000 Stardust, and a feature that will probably have a shiny potential Magikarp encounter. So it's only 99 cents, guys. If you don't want to do it, you can still completely play and benefit from the entire Magikarp COMM Day. You do not need to pay to participate. This is just an add-on event research line. Throughout the day, make sure to take photos of your Pokemon that is a buddy because you can get photobombed with a Magikarp, and the shiny can come from there as well. And then finally, for 1,280 coins, if you do need an Elite Charge TM or you are stacking up on them, you can get 1 Elite Charge TM, you can get 30 Ultra Balls, you can get 6 Star Pieces, which is definitely very valuable to this day, and then you can also get 1 Incense. So with all that said, guys, we have all the details. Let's look no further. Let's get right into my tips, starting off with tip number 1. Tip number 1, I'm gonna come out right away and start giving you guys some research tasks to get after. So we recently switched from July to August. We do have a couple second tier evolution Pokemon that I do want you guys to focus on and try to stack up research as much as possible. And then there's also a Magikarp one out there that you can try to get a 100% IV if you do want the Aqua Tail on that Gyarados with a 100% IV. So guys, you do want to do this, and then what I mean by stacking, if you don't know what that means, is all you have to do is go find this research I'm about to give you. You encounter it, you complete it. Once you encounter it, you run from it in the top left corner. You can give it a berry. I would suggest giving it at least a red raspberry to make it easier to catch. It will be pre-buried then. And then on the COMM Day, you are gonna go through and clear through all these stacked research tasks. You can have up to 100, and the one that is gonna be the first is gonna be the one that was encountered the longest time ago, and each more recent one is going to stack behind. So what are those research tasks that you can get after? We have catch 10 Pokemon, which is going to be a Magikarp. 100% IV is gonna be 117. 117 in this case does not 100% guarantee you a 100% because since the CP is so low, you can have a 98% still at that 117 level, but it's definitely a Pokemon that you want to try to get after. It's a very easy task to complete. Then we have Win a Raid, which is going to be a Monferno second tier evolution Pokemon from the Chimchar. So Chimchar in the Monferno is going to be the second middle tier. This one is going to be 100% IV, is going to be 674. That is not important. What is important is that you encounter it, you run away from it, and you stack it in your task. And then we have Evolve a Pokemon, which can be a Combuskin encounter. Combuskin, second tier evolution Pokemon, a little bit challenging to catch. I would suggest a Golden Raspberry on both of those last two. But if you do not want to use golden raspberries, you can definitely just use a regular raspberry. 708, 100% IV, doesn't matter about that one. What is also important is that it can be either an EV or a combuskin. So if you do get an EV, you're gonna wanna catch it. If you get the combuskin, you're gonna wanna bury it and run from it and stack it in the task. Do as many of these as you possibly can all the way up until Saturday. The more you can get from here, the better, because you're gonna be able to get 3 times catch Stardust on those Pokemon, which goes from 300 all the way into 900. And then if you go ahead and use a star piece on that as well, you're gonna add 450 dust for a total of 1,350 dust per catch. And moving onwards, what happens if we encounter Magikarp during the COMM day? I'm gonna give you the field research right up front for the 100% IVs. I'm also going to push out my Magikarp graphic, so if you guys do need and want to reference my Magikarp graphic, make sure to stay tuned to all of my social medias at the Trainer Club with 2 Bs. So as far as the task level, 15, you're gonna get it at 117. As far as hatched level, or raid level, it's gonna be 157. If it is rated and it is weather boosted, it is gonna be 196. And then just at the off chance that there is Gyarados in raids, level 20 is gonna be 1937. And then weather boosted in rainy and windy weather, it's gonna be 2422. So now that we have all the IVs done and up front in tip number 1, we are gonna now lead into tip number 2. Tip number 2 is gonna have to deal with prepping your bag, getting ready, guys. So think about this. Everybody that's doing GoFest makeup next week, we are gonna need more balls as well. So we need as many Pokeballs as possible. This day, I would prefer that you guys use Great Balls and Red Pokeballs. So the best reason for that is because during GoFest, we're gonna have rarer Pokemon spawning. We're gonna want to have the Ultra Balls for those scenarios. During this time, Magikarp is a relatively easy Pokemon to catch. So use as many Great and Pokeballs as you possibly can. During this time frame, anytime you get a task to get more Ultra Balls, you're gonna wanna siphon those away and save those. Additionally, I'm gonna suggest as many Pineapple Berries as you can possibly fit in your bag, because we are gonna be needing 400 candies to evolve the Magikarp, so you're gonna need as many as possible. Plus, Magikarp is a Gen 1 Pokemon. As we get into later generations, it's gonna get rarer and rarer, so having as much candy as possible when it is completely prevalent and everywhere, you're gonna wanna max out. And as far as items go, you're gonna need 2 incenses, and then you're gonna need a total of 12 star pieces. So how do you acquire the star pieces? You can either purchase 8 in the shop for 640 coins, which is a pretty good deal, honestly. Or you can get it in a Ultra Box. You'll get 16 raid passes. However, you're only gonna get 4 star pieces during that, but you get a ton of other things as well. So if you just want to go ahead and use the least amount of coins possible and just get the star pieces to max out, if you were to buy the Elite Charge TM box and then you were to be able to buy this as well, it's gonna cover you for the entire day. Preferably, you would have 12. Then, we're now gonna lead into clearing your bag out. So guys, if you did follow my tips for the GoFest, you cleared out a ton of Pokemon. Hopefully you've been clearing out and trading some of those Pokemon away. You've gone through all the IVs, you've seen what's relevant for PvP using pvpoke.com and gostadium.club, and you have gone through and traded away any of the rares over 100 kilometers to get 3 candies and potentially luckies. Now you guys need to re-clean out that bag if you haven't done so. You need to get your bag down. We have GoFest coming next week, so use the Magikarp Day as a jump point to get your bag down as much as possible. I would prefer that you guys are always down at least 33%. I plan to have at least 700 spots, so that during the entire Magikarp Day, I may only have to go through 1 time to clear out as many Pokemon as I need to, and I can save anything I want to, and I can transfer that out. And then here's another tip for you guys. If you do listen to this tip, you cleaned out your bag. Afterwards, if you don't transfer any of the Magikarp, if you're able to save and hold on to these Magikarp for 4 days, on Tuesday the 11th from 6 to 7, guess what we're gonna have? Spotlight Hour. Guess what the bonus is? 2 times transfer candy. So if you had 700 Magikarp in your bag, and then you transfer all 700 on this double transfer candy, you're gonna be able to get 1,400 Magikarp candy. So save on to as many of these as you can. And what you can do, honestly guys, is go through right before Spotlight Hour if you're really gung-ho about the Sableye. You can go ahead and select them all. As soon as it hits 6 p.m. in your local time zone, you transfer them immediately. They've already been selected. You've been pre-ready to go. Transfer them all out. Now you have an additional 1,400 Magikarp candy that you normally wouldn't have had. Even all the Pokemon that you do go ahead and trade, you can trade them over 100 kilometers. You get 3 candy. Then what you do is you save that traded Pokemon, you select them all, and then you transfer them. So if you trade over that, that's gonna be 3 candy. You transfer, that's 5 candy. per trade over 100. For 3, add on that 2 for the double transfer candy, and you guys have a ton more Magikarp candy. A great way to max out. With all that said, guess what, guys? We're leading on to tip number 3. Tip number 3 is going to be leading up to the event. We're also going to include the PvP IVs as well in here. So guys, make sure, if at all possible, if it's safe for you guys, get into some type of downtown area. Be in a place that you can really maximize out, that has really dense spawns, has a lot of Pokestops, has gyms, because we're going to be able to do Deoxys raids as well during this time frame. So guys, be in that area that really hits a lot of spawns, has a lot of Pokestops. A lot of trainers are able to lure those stops to be able to increase your spawns. If you guys do want to add premium lures to the list, Glacial lures are going to be boosting spawns. You're going to be able to get double the amount. If you want to check out all of the Glacial lure and other premium lure spawns, you can check it out up here. But Glacial lures are spawning water and ice type Pokemon, and Magikarp is included in there as well. So getting the double spawn rate from those Glacial lures is going to be really beneficial during this time frame. And then make sure up front to stack up on all of your items that you do need for the entire time. You're going to need those 2 incenses and 12 star pieces. You can put them on during the entire time. And then also, guys, which we will cover in tip number 5, the incenses are going to be going for 3 hours. So during this time frame, if you do want to contribute and go past this event, you'll be able to go for 24 hours for 8 incenses as opposed to 24. So with all that said, you guys are ready, prepped, you have your items. Now let's check out the PvP IVs for Magikarp. For the Great League 100% IV, we have 0, 14, 15 for the Gyarados. And for the Ultra League, we have 0, 15, 14 for the 100% IVs. So guys, definitely check out my graphic. I will put the CPs in there that correlate to the highest one that you can get for that. And guys, I do suggest that you guys stack up on as many 10-kilometer eggs as possible, not because we're getting double or triple hatch Stardust, it's not affecting it, but because we're going to be on star pieces the whole time. So hatching those high dust reward eggs, very beneficial. With all that said, we're now going to lead into tip number 4. Tip number 4 is going to be leading up to the event. What do we have to do? Number 1, don't do any research on Saturday at all in any of the areas that you're going to be playing, because they're going to switch over into Magikarp Field Research Encounter. They're going to switch over into Ultra Balls, Great Balls, as well as Pineapple Berries. You want to have those available, but if you do complete it earlier, the stops do not change over because that research task is completed for the day. Next, you do not want to catch any Pokemon in the area 30 minutes beforehand, because all of those spawns can change over to Magikarp. You're also going to want, right as the event starts, to put on all of your items, and additionally, you're going to want to hit any of the XP bonuses from your friendships that you have been saving up. I always like using COMM Day as the benchmark to save up a bunch of XP and then grind it out and pop it together. So, what's the weather condition that is going to affect Magikarp? So, it's going to be boosted in rainy weather. If you guys do get rainy weather, it's going to be a challenge because you're going to be playing in the rain, but it's going to give you so much more Stardust, and do have an umbrella, you're going to want to still get out there. As far as the 100% IVs, in every condition but rainy weather, at level 30, it's going to be 235, level 30, 100% IV maxed out. But if it is rainy weather, it can go all the way to level 35 at 255. Very 2 easy CPs to remember. And right as the event hits, make sure to clear out your stacked research immediately. Get it out of the way, be done with it, and be on with it. Do not forget that, because that's a lot of Stardust you do not want to leave unclaimed. With all that said, we are now going to get into tip number 5. Tip number 5 is going to be post-event. Guys, you want to trade as many of these as possible. You want to try to get 100% IVs through trading through lucky ones. You can power them up with a lot less Stardust. You're going to want to evolve from 5 to 7 p.m. to get all of your Gyaradoses that you do have. You're going to want to check all your PvP IVs. Make sure you're going. You want to make sure that everything is ready to go. You do not want to transfer these Pokemon if you plan to save them for the Tuesday Spotlight Hour at 6 p.m. local time to be able to transfer them for double candy. But if you can trade them and trade them over 100 kilometers, you're also going to get that +3 candy for a net of 5 if you do follow all my tips in that regard, and some shiny potentials. And then finally, we're going to be in the Enigma week. So during this time frame, we're going to have the Enigma shinies. We're going to have the unknowns out there. We are also going to have the shiny Staryu that's going to be in the wild, as well as some other shinies that you can check out right here. So guys, if you do decide to put on your incenses and let them bleed over into extra time for a whole lot less, this is going to be a great time for you to try to grind out to get any of these shinies and be the best trainer that you can be. So guys, with all that said, what is the wrap up? Make sure to be ready. Make sure to have your bag cleaned out. Make sure to have your Pokeballs stocked up. Make sure to save your Ultra Balls for the Go Fest next week. Make sure to save as many Pineapple Berries as you can. Make sure to trade all of your Magikarps afterwards. Be in a downtown area. Use your Glacier Lures. Pop all of your incenses and star pieces and max out completely. I appreciate you guys for being here. Likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members. Everybody takes your support, subscription, and participation to the next level. I'm going to see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I just want to take a moment and sincerely thank all of my Patreon members, everybody that has taken their subscription to the next level and chosen to support me on this platform. I greatly appreciate you guys. As a growing channel and really trying to grow and improve as much as I possibly can, I really appreciate the extra support. You guys mean the absolute world to me. I cannot wait to connect with you soon, and I appreciate you guys all for being a part of the Trainer Club. I will see you guys out on the next video.